In this video, we're going to do a comparison of inner joins and outer joins. So I'm on the w3schools.com SQL site. They have a NorthWinds database set up. Um, we're going to look at some of the questions. So we're going to look at employees taking orders and then compare an inner join of that data to an outer join. And then there's in the outer joins, we'll look at a left and a right. So let's just start with uh, inner join and we'll start at their example and try it for yourself. And then we'll push it to what we want. We want orders and employees. Okay, so we're going to do uh, orders, inner join, employees, and what do we want? We want the employee first name, last name. Let's have another peek at the tables. So this should open another tab. And I can look at orders, has an employee ID, and then employees have last name, first name. So it doesn't say employee first name or employee last name. We got to know what the uh, we got to know the field names. So that it was spell it correctly as well. First name, last name. So with the way they've got their site organized, if I move from here, I will lose what I have, but I can open another tab, which is what I did. So I wanted the first name and the last name, the order ID, and the order date. And they do capitalize the I and the D in ID. Not everybody will, and so that's one place to look for possible errors when working with systems is, just you assuming that ID is they're both capital or one's capital and one's small. So we're going orders, inner join employees, and then what matches will be orders, employee ID, and employees, employee ID. So what we want, first name, last name, order ID, order date, from orders, inner join employees on orders, employee ID, matching employees, employee ID. Looks good. Cross your fingers. There they are. We have 196. There were orders, there were 196 records, and we are figuring out which employee took that order. Okay. So that is the inner join. So we get uh, everything, it has a match. Okay. The idea of an outer join is what if I want to include things that don't have a match. So there are employees, maybe they're managers, maybe they're new employees, but there are employees who have not taken any orders, and we'd like to include them in the list. So when you want to do something like that, include things, you're working with two tables and you're looking for a match, but you also want to include the things that don't have a match, then that is an outer join. And so I'm going to grab that and then move to, let's go back here and find their left join. So in the left join, it returns all the records from the left table and the matching tables from the right. So the left table, the first table, will have we want all the records from it. So if I'm doing a left join and I want all the employees, then I want employees first. So let's grab onto that. Try it for yourself. And they're doing customers and orders. So they were looking for customers and orders, and there may be some customers who uh, did not order anything, but for some reason they're in our database. So that's their example. So we know that there were 196 orders, but we have more results than that because here there's a customer that didn't order anything. So we wanted to do employees. So we could do if if a field name is unique, at least unique within your query, then you don't need to uh, specify the table if the field will be unique enough. But if the field is shared by the tables in the query, then you must add the table to make it specific enough. But we wanted first name, last name, order ID, and order date from, and we're doing a left, and then the left join, it is the left table that we want the sort of extra unmatched things from. So in this version, we must start with employees, and then we're going to orders, and then we're matching on employees, employee ID, and orders, employee ID. And then they were ordering, we'll keep an order. We'll order by employee. Let's do last name. Okay. Usually if I'm ordering, then I'm going to switch this up here. If I'm ordering, I like my ordering. Doesn't have to be, but that's what I like. The the first column to be the like the ordering one, so it's sort of a little more obvious to me for some reason. Okay, let's try that. So again, there were 196 orders, there were 197 records, so there is at least one employee who does not have any records, and it was Adam West. Okay, Batman. All right, so that was the left outer join, or they just said left join, but it's often referred to as an outer join. And there's also a right. And if we just turn this to a right, simply to a right, then it's going to give us orders if they don't have a match. But all the orders have that. So now we're going to be back to 196 records. So there were no orders that were not assigned to taken by an employee. But if I want to do a right join and I want the employees, then I'm going to swap the order of the tables here. And then with a right join, the table which gets the extra unmatched things is the one on the right, the sort of the second one or the latter one if there's multiple tables. And now we're back to our 197. Okay. So that was our first example, employees and orders. And now there's order and customers, and they already did that one. Um, and we found, so that was their example. So we don't really even have to do that. We did that one sort of first. Um, so that is the basic idea. They have uh, inner join, you only keep the things that match. A left join, you make sure you have all the records from the first table showing whether they have matches or not. With a right join, you make sure you have everything from the second, the latter table, uh, whether they have matches or not. So you include the matches and the non-matches on the second table for a right join. For the left join, you keep all the matches and the non-matches of the first table. So that's what we wanted to do in this one. So thanks for your attention.